it before. Try to hide it, fake it. I ain't worried about nothing. I am wearing a nada. I'm sitting pretty impatient, but I know you gotta put in them hours. I'ma make it harder. I'm sending pic.
For some reason, I always have to have music on whenever I'm doing like my posing for my videos, but obviously not to this song. That's too depressing. Also forgot to mention that if you really want to, you can throw a pair of glasses on. These are actually my real prescription glasses to hide half your face. That way it looks like you're not wearing that much makeup. Does that even make sense? Okay, I'm not even making sense right now. Let's just scratch. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a super different kind of video, just because like me personally, I love getting glam, putting on lashes, contouring, highlight, all that kind of stuff. But let's be real, on a real day where I don't have that much time and I go to work at 10 and I don't want to waste 2 hours doing my makeup, and I'd rather sleep than do my makeup, then I go for something like this. And not gonna lie, I've actually been loving this look just because it allows me to show my real skin through my skin, if that makes sense. And through the makeup. So I have been loving this look. This look is actually with no foundation. I know, crazy. I don't think I've ever done any kind of look like this with no foundation, but this look is actually just allowing your like natural beauty to show through. Obsessed with this. It's kind of like a no makeup, but I'm not going to call this a no makeup because it is makeup. So I'm not going to call it a no makeup look. But yeah, it just takes a couple of products. I do show you guys how quickly this is to actually do, and then at the end I will talk about what the products are doing for you, why I recommend them. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I got this quick look, I want to say, yeah, this look literally takes me 5 minutes, like literally 5 minutes. Then please keep watching. Get started. So I started off with just, my clean face. You do definitely want to make sure that you are very moisturized, just because with you applying powders and stuff on top of your skin, you definitely don't want your skin to look dehydrated or dry with powders on top. I know sometimes whenever people apply powders, their #1 issue is that it's clinging to their dry patches, even if you do have oily skin. So you definitely want to make sure you're nice and moisturized. I did apply my moisturizer and as well as my eye cream, so you definitely want to make sure you do that. I'm actually going to pin up my hair because it's getting on my nerves. So the #1 thing that I recommend for you, especially like if you dramatically change the shape of your eyebrows, applying some kind of a brow gel. This is actually a tinted brow gel, and this is from MAC Cosmetics. So I'm actually going to throw this in my eyebrows, and I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible so I can show you guys how quickly this actually is. So I'm actually going to grab my phone really quickly and set my timer to 5 minutes, because this look literally takes me 5 minutes. So set it to 5 minutes, so let's go. Okay, so brow gel, go ahead and set that in your eyebrows. What I like to do is I like to just run along the eyebrows inside, and then after that I will shape them a little bit more, but this just mainly gets them filled in so that we don't have to go in with like brow product. So I'm just kind of like filling this in very quickly. Then I'm going to go in with my actual powder just to get more precisely, because with me personally, I have little sparse areas. So I'm just going to go along those areas with the brow product and a little pencil. And I'm going to conceal only on the bottoms of my brows. This is just going to help clean it up. Okay, and then I clean that up so it just makes it look more cleaner instead of like the brow product being everywhere. After that, I like to take some primer. I'm just going to take my pore minimizing primer and apply that to my face, just because I have bigger pores, and I don't want that to show through with the powder, so I'm just going to throw that on the face with my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm just going to put that underneath my eyes. Kind of just like messily put this underneath here, also around my nose, on my nose, and on any areas that I have little spots. And then I'm going to take a flat brush and just put this on the skin and blend it out. I like to take this type of brush because it just really blends everything out. And I put no product on the lids just because the discoloration on the lids kind of looks like eyeshadow, so I don't like to cover that up. I'm going to take some powder. You can take a powder foundation, which is what I'm going to be using. This is the Estee Lauder one. And I'm going to just put that all over the skin. After that, I'm just going to contour and bronze the skin really quick. Just because I still want to have color to my face, I don't want to look one-dimensional. I'm going to apply some blush. This is Rock Couture blush, and I'm going to put that right on the cheeks. This is a really pretty natural looking blush, but I like it because it gives me a really nice glow. And then after that, we're just going to add some highlight. This is by the Balm Cosmetics. I could throw it on the forehead too a little bit just to make me look more glowy. Of course, we're going to take it down the center of the nose, on the Cupid's bow. Just curl my eyelashes. After that, I apply some lip balm, and that is pretty much it. So let's see how much we actually got done right at 5 minutes. So I'm literally obsessed with this look. I've been doing this look for a while now, and I just love it because it looks like just healthy glowing skin. It doesn't look like you're wearing too much eye makeup, which is something that I really love about it, but at the same time it still has, you know, the brows, but not too like out there, and the skin looks really glowy and pretty, and I'm just really obsessed with this look. I think that you guys should definitely try it out. So I'm actually going to talk about the products a little bit, since I didn't really get to, because I was trying to show you guys, you know, this look as fast as possible. That way you guys can see that it actually takes 5 minutes. So the first thing I want to talk about is applying moisturizer. I know I mentioned that at the beginning. Apply a good moisturizer, that way you don't look like you have dry skin with a powder. I always get like, oh, what foundation are you using when I wear this type of look? And I'm like, it's actually funny because I'm not wearing foundation, I'm just wearing powder. And I know it's kind of crazy because it looks like I'm wearing foundation, but the whole key to that is just moisturizing the skin so that it looks as smooth as possible. So that is the #1 thing that I highly recommend you to do. Secondly, I definitely recommend using, where's it at, this right here. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Waterproof Brow Gel, just because it's just going to fill in the brows as quickly as possible, and it's also going to kind of set the brows at the same time. If you have like already nice shaped eyebrows, you necessarily don't even have to go in with the powder. I just like to go along this edge right here, because when I was younger I plucked right here and I just have like a bald spot, and so whenever I go in with this, it doesn't really fill it out. So that's why I like to take the brush really detailed and just go like along the bottom of the brows, and then I conceal it just so that, you know, it looks more natural. So that is the second thing I recommend if you do have more of like a unshaped brow, if that makes sense. And then after that, I go in with my primer. I think primer is very ideal just because it does change the texture of your skin, especially with me personally. I do have some texture I've had since I've had like acne prone skin. It is kind of fading away, but this just helps, you know, really smooth everything out, make it look more blurred, and as well get rid of my pores, because I do have bigger pores along this area. So I do like to prime. So this is what I like to prime with. Concealer. Concealer is something that you can kind of change with this look. Sometimes I use this one, sometimes I use my Maybelline Fit Me. It just really all depends. To be honest, I don't really like taking a full coverage concealer like Tarte Shape Tape. Wouldn't recommend that one just because it's going to look like you're wearing foundation, and that is something that you don't want. You want it to look as natural as possible. Like, I can still see my freckles through this concealer and the powder, so that is kind of what I like to go for. If you do want to fully cover that, then yeah, use Tarte Shape Tape. But just for this look, and personally for me, I like to take something that's a little bit lighter, so the LA Girl Pro Conceal is a really good one for me. The powder that I recommend, I do recommend you guys to use a powder foundation because it's going to give you a little bit more coverage than a loose powder. But if you don't have that much redness, you can use a loose powder. But me personally, I just love the Estee Lauder one. So this is actually called the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Powder Makeup, and this is good because it can be worn on its own as well as with a foundation. And I just love this because it doesn't make me extra oily in the areas that I don't want to look dewy. So highly recommend this. It's super long wearing, it lasts all day, and I just love it because I can actually keep this in my purse and use my little sponge right here and just take some and apply it where I need it. Like, sometimes I get really oily right here and right here, so I just like to take the puff and kind of just like blot with it. But other than that, I just really love this powder so much, so highly recommend that. A bronzer. I think a bronzer is very important as well, just because like with a bronzer, it really just adds dimension back into the skin instead of you looking really white. I used to do something similar to this look, but I would just apply concealer, powder, and that is it. Like, literally no bronzer, no blush, no highlight, and I would just look so white and like dead, if that makes sense, like in the morning. And that is something you definitely do not want. You want to still look like you have, you know, dimension going onto your skin. And I feel like without doing the bronzer and the blush and the highlight, it just changes the whole entire look and it looks one-dimensional, and that's something you do not want. So you can take really any bronzer. My favorite one right now is one that you guys have been seeing me use over and over, just because I really like the color of this and how it blends. So this is the Tom Ford Bronzing Bronzer, and it looks like this. Super good. So something else I really recommend is because it's going to do two things for you, and that is adding a blush with a little bit of a shimmer in it, just because it's going to give you color, and it's also going to give you that extra glow that we're trying to go for. So this one is the Rockateur. This one is one of my favorites. It's kind of like almost like a rose gold nudie color. I really love it because it just looks like skin, and it just looks like you're glowing from within. So that is something else that I like, because it just adds a little bit more glow to the skin. And sometimes you don't really even have to add a highlight if you just put this on, but me personally, I love a good glow, so I do like to go back in. So I like to go in with this brush with the highlighter. This is the Morphe M501 brush. I like to go in with that and then just highlight the cheeks. And I love this one because it looks so natural. It doesn't look like too bronzy or too peachy. It's like really, really natural. So this is the Mary Luminizer by The Balm Cosmetics. Highly recommend it. They do make other darker colors if you are more darker than I am, or you have a deeper skin tone. But yeah, I definitely do recommend getting a highlighter that is more natural, but at the same time still like really pigmented, because you do want the highlight to actually show. Obviously add like an actual lip color, but for me personally, I don't like to add a lip color because it just looks like so much whenever I'm wearing a lip color on the lips, even if it's a really nude lip, just because my lips don't really have that much pigmentation to it. So whenever I apply a lipstick, it just looks like I'm wearing lipstick, and that's something that I don't really like. So I just like to add, like, you know, a really good lip balm. This one is one of my favorites. This is Burt's Bees Ultra Conditioning Lip Balm. So this is what I like to use, or sometimes I will use like a more glossier lip balm, like a lip treatment, but that is just what I've been using right now, is the Burt's Bees ones, because my lips have been really dry, and it just helps condition the lips as well. Okay, so that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed. This makeup tutorial that I decided to create for you and show you guys a quick and easy running late makeup. If you guys want to see more tips and tricks like this of doing like little makeup tutorials like this, definitely make sure to comment down below. I actually want to do this hairstyle, which takes me less than 10 minutes to do, and it's actually like just really loose waves, and it's with my shorter hair. So if you guys want to see how I do this, then definitely leave me a huge thumbs up, and of course comment down below, that way I can film that look for you guys. But yeah, other than that, that is it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.